like, here's some more water, here's some more water, have more water. It's amazing how much you can get done when you just decide to get down to business, right?
Hey, welcome to the Hardcore Herbalist this week. I'm Jen, and I really appreciate you joining me. So, I just wanted to do a quick introduction this week about my video, which is about water harvesting, which pretty much no matter where you live, it's a pretty decent idea to learn how to catch the water that rains down on your roof. But where I live in the Sonoran Desert of southern Arizona, it's pretty important, and a lot of people do a really good job of catching water off of their entire roof and holding it in very large tanks, sometimes underground, sometimes above ground, and then they can use it all year long to water their plants, for any other irrigation needs, and any other water needs that they might have. I mean, it's even possible to filter that water and drink it, because it comes out of the sky. I mean, it's pretty clean. When the water comes down in my backyard during a storm, it can sometimes be pretty dramatic, and sometimes I'm out there, I'm like getting wet, moving water from where I catch it over to where the other collection buckets are located, and I'm constantly walking back and forth across a rainy yard, and it's a really cool thing I wouldn't mind getting video of, but I did not have one single camera that could, you know, be trusted to brave that kind of weather. So I mostly have videos, actually I exclusively have videos from the day after a storm. We had a rainstorm last night, completely filled up my 55-gallon drum with water from the spout, which you see up behind me on the left. So I got to move that water across my yard. Basically, I'm going to be bailing it out with 5-gallon buckets and then carrying the buckets across the yard to put them into those other storage drums, which are basically on the way to my fish garden, and that's where most of this water is going to be going. It's going to be replacing the water that evaporates out of my fish garden and also is used by the plants to make fruits and vegetables for me to eat, hopefully. Output has been tomatoes so far this year and spinach. That's about it. But I got a lot of vines, so hopefully we get a lot of fruit on those vines sometime later in the summer. Okay, let's go ahead and move this water because it's actually looking like more rain, and there's nothing that bums me out like watching a bunch of water I could be saving go to waste because I don't have enough containers. What a total bummer. Or because I don't want to go in the rain and move the stuff while it's raining. It's way more pleasant when you're not getting pelted with rain and hail to move water. Okay. There's only so much I can do. I freaking hate doing this when it's raining, although it is much more exciting. I already told you that there's way better systems than mine out there. Mine is a really old school system. It's kind of very similar, if you'll see in the video in a few minutes, to what it must have been like to take water out of a well when, you know, in the olden days, that's the way people would get their water. And it's no joke that in the olden days, people were in a lot better shape than they are these days. And perhaps it's because they had to make those demands upon themselves. I choose it. Then at the end of this video, there'll be some tips on how to move heavy things around without hurting yourself. Specifically, in this case, I'm talking about 5-gallon buckets of water.
It's amazing how much you can get done when you just decide to get down to business, right? Freaking, it's such good exercise too.
This kind of exercise, the kind of exercise that I do at home, is it's goal oriented, right? So I know in CrossFit, every workout's got a goal of finishing the workout and doing what's written up on the board, right? But when you have like a tangible goal that you have to meet, like if I don't take all the water out of this catchment bucket and move it across the yard, when it rains in 20 minutes, I'm not going to have any more buckets to catch that rain in. I lose the water. So you have a goal. It gives you a really nice sense of accomplishment on top of a really fantastic weight-bearing workout. And both of those things are really good for your body and your mind.
Just get this thing all set up, ready to catch the rain. I'll give it to my plants. Right now my plants are maxed out, so I'm giving the fish as much as I can. I even just planted some new things. It's like, here's some more water, here's some more water, have more water. So you just want to use it and keep it moving. It's like a river right here in your own yard, especially when you don't have a way to keep mosquitoes out easily, you know, and you don't want to save water then. So just keep it moving. Use it as this giant gift for this time of year. Try and plant things that are drought tolerant if you don't really have a green thumb most of the time. Gotta get going. All right. Good break. Watch your toes, damn it, Dave. Ow. Always helps to freaking wear closed-toed shoes when you're really working. Anything we do out here is considered really working. Got a little lazy. To remind myself by nearly smashing my pinky toe.
And as a trainer and as a nurse and as a person who cares about your back, my advice is start slow, especially if you're not already able to do pull-ups or already able to lift 100 pounds and walk around with it without any problem. If you can do that, then you go ahead and start where I am. Otherwise, you go ahead and start slow. Start with a small bucket of water and move it around. Start to feel what it feels like. This type of movement involves shoulder strength, core strength, static control and balance, and if you don't do it right, you could hurt yourself, right? So my advice is take it easy, take it slow, find out what it feels like first without too much weight, and then get comfortable, and then increase the weight to something that's a stretch for you, right? Take it easy, get comfortable, increase. That's my advice. I really am interested to see what you have going on, and if you can get better exercise in your backyard, I'm really interested in seeing what you do, except for if it's a big backyard CrossFit gym, because then I know what you do. Okay, talk to you later, and thanks again for joining the Hardcore Herbalist. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a great day, and talk to you soon. All right, take care.
I'm gonna hurry up. I hear the thunder. Just gotta save this worm. There's a couple of worms here. Pavement. Come on, little guy. Come on, little guy. Ah.